Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. In this video, what we're going to talk about is a nonparametric test, being the Mann-Whitney U-test. And what this does is this compares the medians between two independent groups. So I've got an example for you to work through. So we have sum rank A. So we've got D2 to D11. So come over here. We've got group A, which is 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, 6, 4, 8. And then we've got group B, which is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we've got the value. We take group A and then we add it to group B. And then we determine whether the value is in group A or group B. And then we rank it. So the rank is going to be the rank.average AVG, comma, C2, that's your value, comma, C2 to C11, 1. And what that's going to do is that's going to rank all of the values. So sum of rank A is going to be 15.5. It's going to be D2 to D, sum if D2 to D11, comma, A, comma, E2 to E11. And then we sum rank B, which is sum if D2 to D11, comma, B, comma, E2 to E11. And the sum of rank B is 39.5. So the size of group A in 1 is 5, and the size of group B in 2 is 5. So our U statistic, which is like a test statistic, is 24.5, and it's H5, that's 5, times H6, which is 5, plus H5, which is 5, times H5 plus 1, which is 6, divided by 2 minus H2, which is 15.5. And so that gives you 24.5. And then our U2's test statistic is H5 times H6. That's going to be 25 minus H8, 24.5. So that's going to be 0.5. And our final U statistic is going to be the min of H8 and H9. So that's going to be 0.5. And our critical value, it says C table. So the critical value is going to be 6. So if N1 is 5 and N2 is 5, your critical value is going to be 6. Because you have to get the critical value from a table. You can't really get it from a formula, or no formula that I know of. I mean, I did ask Copilot for a formula, and it wouldn't give me a formula. It said I had to use a table. So now we're going to define our null hypothesis and our alternate hypothesis, which should have been defined at the very beginning, but I just got it down at the bottom. So your null hypothesis is there's no significant difference between group A and group B, and your alternate hypothesis is, which could be either HA or H1, is there is a significant difference between group A and group B. And so we're going to interpret it. So if H11, that's your final U statistic, is less than H13, that's your critical value, then you're going to reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, you're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. And so your final U statistic, 0.5, is less than 6. So you're going to reject the null hypothesis. And what I did was I created a chart for you so you can see the group B and the group A, and there is a significant difference between group A and group B. So that concludes this video. The next video is going to be another nonparametric test, and I hope that you decide to watch it.